Yeah, you know that the diss was interesting because like he was saying that he wasn't really an Eminem fan and like he was dissing all this stuff, but the details you can't know those details unless you're an Eminem fan, like to the level that he knew. You know what I mean?
Regardless if you are an Eminem fan or not, the way production, programming, and the system operates, we all spent the time as Eminem fans if we were hip hop fans because the power of the marketing machine saw to it that that was the case.
Right.
There was a massive amount of money behind the campaign that was Eminem in association with the personality and image of a Dr. Dre that had the whole urban side of hip hop in a headlock. What happened was then they were able to marriage that with a whole audience that wouldn't give a fuck about hip hop if the biggest artists were not white. And that's the phenomenon of what Eminem is. That's exactly what it is. It didn't take Eminem's skill level for Eminem to be created. We have a Vanilla Ice. So anybody that was half-assed dope as a white boy in Dr. Dre's hands at that time, I believe could experience similar success.
But I don't think that he could have reached the same amount of success as M because I do agree with you that those things contributed to it and helped him definitely, right? But the fact that he was dope actually helped him even more though.
It helped him to be acceptable to us. But being acceptable to us is not enough to be this big mega star. The only thing Eminem had on the rest of the superstars in hip hop, he was palatable to non-hip hop fans, a white audience. He expanded the audience. That's why he's the greatest, the GOAT, because he drew interest of those that would otherwise not be interested. White people, a massive amount of them. And how can you put any other hip hop artist up against that criteria to quantify their presence to hip hop when he obviously blonde hair, blue eyes, accepted by the GOAT of production, backed by the massive machine of Interscope, Jimmy. Come on, bro. Come on, help me out. Help me out. If he could not ascertain the attention of the non-hip hop crowd, look, bro, I've been on a G Unit tour, right? Where we did about 40, 50 dates. We did them alongside like Ludacris, Sierra, Lil Jon, and Scrappy, acts like that. Out of the 40, 50 dates, maybe 15 to 20 of them, Eminem was the headliner. The dates that Eminem wasn't the headliner, G Unit was. I can remember the first time, I did it multiple times. I can remember the very first time I treated myself as a member of the cast and the situation. I always experienced the shows from backstage. I see Scrappy, Sierra, everybody from backstage. But the first time that Eminem, like I told you, he only did a percentage of the dates. The first date that we did that Eminem was going to be the headliner, I treated myself to come from backstage and watch the show with the audience. Just give you a little idea of the difference between an Eminem show and a 50 Cent show. Now, mind you, when it comes to 50 Cent in comparison to Ludacris, Sierra, Lil Jon, there's no comparison to crowd reaction. 50 Cent trumps them all. It's like, no way. G Unit, you can tell they're used to highlighting this tour. But on the motherfucking nights that Eminem is there, bro, this is what I noticed. Let me just give you a little bit. This is a G Unit routine on stage. This is what you're coached backstage. This is what's programmed. If you're hyping or you on stage and it's not your time to rap, whatever, you should always have your hands up. And regardless of what you're saying to the crowd, you should be repeating, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. That's part of the routine. If it's one nigga rapping, 5 people hyping, they all know. Put your hands up, keep your hands up. That's how you keep crowd engagement. Swear to God, my nigga. Eminem, when he come out on stage, He never says put your hands up one time. And look, when G Unit does that throughout the whole entirety of the show, at max, they get like 70, 75% crowd participation. Fluctuates between 50, 75%. As soon as Eminem come out on the stage, nobody behind him with proof. He don't say put your hands up one time. He come out. You could already, the fucking drum roll music they play to shake the arena, it's already on another level like you never imagined. And when all he do, he get out there, he do like this. Every motherfucker in the motherfucking arena do the same exact thing. For the entirety of his show, he never repeats, put your hands up. Guess what? They keep their hands up. 50 to 75% of the people never put their hand up. When G-Unit get on stage, they say, I want to see everybody in the crowd. Light your lighters or light up your cell phones. Once again, you get maximum 35 to 60% of the stadium lighting they shit up. When Eminem say, light this motherfucker up, cuz you could turn all the other lights out in the stadium and the cell phones and lighters will light the motherfucking city up. He has a cult following that is hard to explain. His hit records are about tying his baby mama in the trunks. They're slow. There's nothing to him that we appreciate as hip-hop fans. He's a different breed, and it doesn't make him the greatest artist. It makes him the biggest thing we've seen marketing-wise and experience-wise, even though he is a fucking dope MC.